President Trump is expected to address the nation today, claiming victory following his impeachment acquittal.
Eyewitness News reporter Jan Carabeo is live in our news center with more on the historic vote and what could happen next. Jan.
Jim and Janelle, President Trump tweeted that he will make a public statement today at noon from the White House. Meantime, Republicans want to move forward, but according to some Democrats, official questions into President Trump's behavior may not be done just yet.
He is hereby acquitted of the charges.
President Trump acquitted on 2 articles of impeachment, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
It's over, America.
You're going to get to pick the next president, not a bunch of politicians driven by sour grapes.
But in a historic move, Utah's Mitt Romney became the first senator ever to vote to remove a president from his own party, voting guilty on abuse of power.
I take an oath before God as enormously consequential.
The 2012 Republican presidential candidate became emotional as he explained his vote.
Corrupting an election to keep oneself in office is perhaps the most abusive and destructive violation of one's oath of office that I can imagine.
That vote did not go unnoticed by President Trump,
Democrats' secret asset,
who tweeted this attack video.
I do want to salute Mitt Romney.
Meantime, Democrats, who all voted for both articles, say they're disappointed more Republicans didn't join them.
They're fearful the President of the United States will campaign against them in a primary, and it tells you a whole lot about how fear does the business.
Trump, Pence, out now!
In Center City, Philadelphia, similar disappointment last night.
We need to drive this regime from power.
This anti-Trump group gathered near City Hall, calling the Senate impeachment trial a sham and shut down streets for a time, dissatisfied with the president's acquittal.
Trump is guilty, we all know.
But Republicans, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, now say it's time to move on.
As far as I'm concerned, it's in the rearview mirror.
But House Democrats say they may still subpoena former National Security Advisor John Bolton. Meantime, 2 GOP senators are now investigating Hunter Biden's dealings in Ukraine. That is what President Trump asked Ukraine to do in the July phone call that kicked off the impeachment inquiry. Jim and Janelle, back into you.
All right, Jan, thank you.